Another week has passed, so it's time to see the best suggestions of the week. The first suggestion is by Exoladi. Mojang is literally so close to letting us link Minecarts together. In today's snapshot, you probably know, they updated how leads work. You can lead mobs to mobs, boats to boats. If you lead a boat or a large enough mob to a guest, it literally becomes an airlift. You can lead mobs together in a chain, as long as you want. Within hours of that snapshot releasing, I've seen countless people use the new mechanics to make trains of mobs, trains of boats, guests, etc. And while those inventions are cool, it's kind of annoying when you remember that almost all of them are just workarounds to the fact that we can just link minecarts together. But if the tech was ever there, it's there now. So here's the actual suggestion. Chain leads. Replace string with chains and replace the slime ball with blaze powder to craft a chain lead. It's the same concept as a normal lead, with some key differences. Chain leads don't stretch nearly as far, don't cause mobs to pounce, and are much harder to break. Where leads can only be used on passive mobs, chain leads can only be used on hostile mobs. But most importantly, when two minecarts are linked together, they're coupled directly into each other, and you wouldn't really see the chain between them. To get the chain off, you can destroy the minecart once, which only causes the chains to break off. Smooth Turtle 872 responded, I want this. Technically speaking, this is a thing in Java, I think, but it is so poorly implemented that it might as well not be. Also, if this is added and works well, the furnace minecart should be added to Bedrock. The next suggestion is by Jack the Rainbowologist, a lush cave variant for rabbits. The rabbits. When you explore lush caves, they are often lifeless despite being full of flora, and sometimes axolotl spawn in pools. We need a new native mob for them. I think the easiest and at the same time considerable option is to introduce a new rabbit variant that spawns in them, for the following reasons. Rabbits are perfect for this role. They're small mammals that could easily live underground, and since they're so quick, they make ambient feel a lot more dynamic. While other common mobs like pigs, chickens, sheep, and cow have weird variants or functions, saddle pig, chicken jockey, pink sheep, mushroom, and others, since the killer bunny was removed, rabbits have none. It's totally vanilla friendly. They would be passive, easy to realize, and similar to mushrooms from a functional point of view. So that's my suggestion. They will be called rabbits or something like that. Their skin will be covered in moss, and their eyes will glow like glowberries. They will be breedable with glowberries. They will drop moss carpets instead of rabbit skins. When sheared, they will drop on moss blocks and will turn into a regular rabbit. They may get other particular drops, like a different and more pre-libet type of meat or a different ingredient for potions, like glow eye, instead of rabbit's food. But that depends on how Mojang wants to focus on this. Casual Loop 25 wrote, since they are covered in plants, maybe make them drop a 4-leaf rabbit's food as a cheeky combination of two symbols of luck that can be brewed into a potion of luck and corrupted with a fermented spider eye into a potion of bad luck. Possible uses could be increasing the quality of loot found in chests, being a potion equivalent to fortune looting, affecting other RNG-based mechanics, or some combination of the three. Here are some possible things it could affect. Bad luck would just be the opposite of this. Increases the chance of getting more XP from battle or enchanting. Increases the chance of spawning a chick, 4 chicks from throwing an egg. Decreases the chance of an ion vendor breaking when thrown. Decreases the chance of catching junk when fishing. Increasing the chance for an item, bone for example, to tame a bob when used. Decreases the chance of getting hunger from rotten flesh and raw chicken. Increases the chance of an item being composted. The next suggestion is by Bagging Skias. Old Grove Forest biome spawning exclusively large oaks to accompany Old Grove Taiga and Birch Forest. An Old Grove Forest biome that consists of the large oaks that currently rarely generate, to mimic in real life Old Grove Forest, as to act as a third Old Grove Forest biome, semi-inspired by in-depth terrain where only big trees would spawn. Illustrious Rise 9477 Road. Sounds good, but there should still be a few normal small ones. For variety, I would love it. Would trail ruins generate there? Also, a few little ones to make it feel more imposing. The extra large would be more common than the normal small ones I suggested would also be there. And the last suggestion is by action knowledge. Biome should give cues for adjacent biomes types. For instance, if you're in a plains biome near a jungle, getting close to the border chunks of the plains biome near the jungle should start spawning bamboo, lily pads, cats, etc. in a 4-8 chunk blending gradient. Perhaps it adapts to each biome size? Before the actual biome changes, each biome combinations would have unique interesting properties to it, and each biome bordering multiple biomes could make for some really interesting and unique base locations. Riley 64 wrote, I think Minecraft already has a few biomes like this. They're classed as their own unique biomes, but they're designed to generate in between two separate biomes, so the shift from one to another is less jarring. The OP responded, yes, I know there is an element of hot and cold to the biome generations. I would just like to see it taken to the next level. It's probably not that complex to code, but really great for exploration. And there you have it. These are some of the best suggestions of the week. If you are interested in what Mojang has done to the leads and happy guest in the latest snapshot and what the community thinks about them, please check out this video.